running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building.
Hello, welcome to Prototype, a game that I decided to play because the time is right. The time is right because this is now 2020, the first half of the year is pretty much behind us, almost. And the first half of the year was filled with Wuhan flu outbreak of coronavirus 19, COVID-19. What am I saying? Wuhan flu pandemic caused by COVID-19 virus. And I've noticed for some reason nobody on YouTube is pretty much permitted to say COVID-19 pandemic outbreak, horrible disease. I don't know if it's because they're being demonetized or not promoted in the algorithm, but fortunately it's not an issue for me. I'm too small for YouTube to care. And because I'm too small for YouTube to care, I'm also not monetized, so I can't hurt myself with that. So finally I have an outlet to talk about the disease that is very prevalent in the world right now, COVID-19 virus, yeah. And we're gonna play Prototype, which is all about viruses and outbreaks and diseases and infections and shit like that. And I did a couple of things to the game, but before that, let me just do a little bit of a sync. Yes, and in this series, hopefully I'll be touching on things like viral outbreaks, but also a concept of identity, because even though this game is not too heavy on story, because gameplay was priority, I think it still touches on very interesting motives, if not themes or something like that. Anyway, we're gonna do continue because it's also the fact that I'm playing a new game plus where I've got all the forces unlocked, so that'll save us on side quests as usual, or at least as I like to do. And fortunately the first save is so early that it still includes the intro, so you're not missing anything, fortunately. And yeah, and we're not gonna be engaging too much side activity, but we're gonna be engaging in gameplay and story, so let's see what's the game all about. Oh, we already continue. Modern hardware, yes. Good thing. The game is from 2009, so I would expect these things to load fast. Yeah, this is nothing, don't worry about this. These are actually strains of the virus. It's like, what's the thing that mushrooms
My name is Alex Mercer.
grow on?
I'm the reason for all of this. They call me a killer, a monster, a terrorist. I'm all of these things.
Mycelium. And here's a silly scene. He's on top of a building and he notices the armed forces, which he wants to avoid. So instead of staying up there and just not bringing the attention to him, he jumps down with the force of a fucking meteor and starts running away, instead of just staying hidden. Because we need to show off some forces and get you hyped up.
Someone released a lethal virus in Penn Station. I woke up in a morgue. Now I hunt. I kill. I consume. I become.
I become, very important word for this.
Find out who did this to me. And I'm gonna make him pay.
Ghost 39 to ground. Do you have target in sight? Over. That's negative.
Help!
Hurry!
Help me!
Don't move!
Help me!
Yeah, at this point they would just shoot her. They told her not to move and she kept approaching. It is a liability and they're not taking liabilities.
We're clear. Move up. You, with me. Her too.
She's so cute. Such a pity. See, no liability. Taking no chances, they kill her, but only now, for drama. It is pretty cool that actually this intro shows off everything you can do in the game, which should be what's always the case, right? But sometimes it isn't, and that's a bummer.
Where's your commanding officer? Sir, he's in Times Square. I'll call for transport. That won't be necessary.
That was kinda silly. It seems like they just obscured the video with a visual effect instead of having models change and render that. Kinda weird, but anyway. This is Alex Mercer. And we need to kill the military personnel. As a certain picture says, I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here. But all I know is that I must kill. This game can be a little bit difficult, but mostly because it's sort of tuned for consoles, unfortunately. But we do have the advantage of being strong as fuck, so that's good. Yeah, in case you don't know that it's mostly tuned for consoles. Oh shit, we're gonna be. Yeah, for some reason the mouse isn't too tied to the window. But is this double tap or hold any movement key to sprint? It's fine. Yeah, in case you don't know if it's tuned, for instance, first of all, if you turn the camera around, of course it turns the camera around instead of turning you around. And second of all, you don't have an aiming reticule, like for instance in Jedi Academy or Jedi Outcast, which I encourage you to watch. This is one of my first fucking series, and I like these games. They're very much a model of a PC game for me. Yeah, what am I saying also? Wanted to say, yeah, here's how you aim at these things, or anything. You pull up this HUD part, and then you move the cursor and hope it will lock onto something. But anyway, yes, sprint, finally. Also, I do have mods installed, only graphical mods though. For instance, first off, I have it running in FullHD, which is good, and also have better textures installed, hopefully. Can't really tell the difference.
For me. They're responsible. And they'll pay.
Can't really see the difference between these textures and the textures that are not displayed, so I would need a one-to-one comparison. But yeah, it exists, and so it should be a little bit sharper and shit. And here we have first gameplay, what is it? Force power, we've unlocked. Claws. That's pretty cool, you can kill people with them, and it's fun. This game is pretty violent, and it takes no fucking quarter at it. It's all about throwing you into the thick of it and having your way. Someone used the term Godmaker for it, because you've got fucking godly powers and there's hardly anything that can stop you. Yeah, try not to get killed. Also, gliding is something you unlock later on, but I already have this. And they still didn't tutorialize me on regaining health, so I'm not doing it. Just to sort of show off how it would look like if you didn't play it for a new game with New Game Plus. Yeah, so anyway, this guy, there it is. You can charge and you can charge or not charge attacks, and that allows you to combo them with charge attacks and without. Yeah, that's very obvious, but compared to the next game, you don't have such freedoms, or these options that were exchanged for something else. Is there anything in when it comes to setup that I should mention about this game?
We're in the zone and at the ready. Over.
There, we grow Hulk fists. We grew, yeah. And also talking about Hulk fists, this game pretty much is Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Yes, and that came way earlier, but there we go. Elbow drop, cool. And it's pretty much the same, only the main character isn't Hulk, and you've got other things than just being a big muscle guy. So, like for instance the claws and options, sneaking options and consuming options and becoming other people options. Yeah. In addition to all these, I was hoping I'll be able to play a disease game when the time of pandemic came. But first off, not only did I get myself into playing Knights of the Old Republic, which can take a little bit, but also, what am I doing? I can already progress to the next objective, alright. But also, you know, I had Star Wars The Old Republic videos, but I'm taking a break away from that since I pretty much uploaded all the stories for the Imperial classes. So I'm giving up on that, for now at least. And I still have Half-Lives to play, and there's a lot of Half-Lives to play, and yet I got myself into more sequelitis here. Because this game, like I mentioned, in passing maybe, but it does have a continuation that I would like to play, and I don't know if I'll make it in the time of pandemics and lockdowns, but it would be cool if I would. Also, I did decide to play this because it is pretty cool game. It's a pretty cool game, and it's fun to play, but there are so many other games focused on disease, like or pandemics, or you know, massive outbreaks, like what is it? The Walking Dead. That's viral. Plague Inc. Evolved, obviously. There's a button here for blocking, but I don't know which one was it, or was it not? It's a shield ability. Damn. Well, yeah, it might be that. They'll tutorialize me on this anyway, so I shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry either. It's not that I will be unable to. No, wrong. See? Oh yes, and I think I mentioned that this game might be difficult, but it's mostly difficult because it's tuned for consoles, which is the controls are pretty weird, and getting the precise attacks on targets you want in the mess you're in, with all the NPCs and potential targets you can tackle, like tanks, like other mutated or infected, like infected zombies, or the regular people is something that can I change things yet? No. Oh, see, I wanted to attack the tank, but Mercer decided to attack some rando in the background behind him. Yeah, and a lot of frustration comes from that. Shit. Can I attack it? No, it's only a ground pound, I guess. I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Yeah, that's how the game can be difficult, out of frustration and bad controls. Well, not close enough. Decided to attack this dude. Thanks, Mercer. Really helped. Instead of the helicopter, which is the main objective. Even though it's a fucking marked main objective, you're not really... Or is it? I wanted to destroy them, because, you know, to show off a bit of the gameplay, but I guess I'm just allowed to run. There should be somewhere saying what was my current objective. Consume the commander. Oh, consume the commander. Did they tutorialize me on how to do it yet? Maybe not, but hopefully... Oh, hey. I thought I'm doing an elbow drop, but apparently no. Yep, not attacking the helicopter still. Very well. And there we go. There's the commander. What do? I should just know the functions. I do, but that's beyond the point. You grab him and then you do the special attack, which ends up consuming him. And there we have it. that gave us a little bit of a super cool move, which that's not how it works, but we needed a cinematic moment, I guess. Yeah, you do get to do those tactical attacks later on your own, out of context.
We have less than an hour. What's next?
The last person responsible for all of this dies tonight.
If we make it out of here, you think you're ready?
I was made for this.
Prototype, the titular character, supposedly is Alex Mercer. We'll get to the specifics, but just so you know, of course, biological attack. A great games to play right now is Resident Evils because of pandemics, right? There is a virus, and Alex Mercer has it, and the virus is a prototype, and you learn all about it.
He was Blacklight.
Yeah. Now he's ex-Blacklight.
His name is Mercer, Alex J. Next of kin, Mercer Dana A. Is that his wife?
Don't know.
Do you think this has
No, it's his sister, actually.
subject on 51?
I have no idea. And even more, I don't want to know. Just give me the 8-inch blade.
8-inch?
We'll start by going through the torso.
This is a scalpel. You mean 8mm? That would be wrong as well. And yeah, oh yeah, by the way, we're not dead actually. Shocking. I mean, Alex narrated that himself. I woke up in a morgue. Yeah. Gentech. Everything about genetics and virus is always gen, right? I think. It sounds like a trope. What's the company and it's Umbrella, so that's wrong. And the other thing in recent memory is Genesis, but that's Terminator and it's not viral at all. What's the issue we're having here? Why was he killed? Because he had contact with Mercer? Possibly. I mean, him being alive and also infected with Blacklight would do that for you, to you. He still hasn't fallen over, interestingly. And he got gunned down properly. Yeah, to some extent you also can tank a few hits, so there's that. Oh, it looks like it's daybreak already. It was night just a moment ago.
I need to get the fuck out of here. I can't keep this up forever.
Keep what up exactly? Running away from that from those people? Possibly. Checkpoint reached. Thank you.
That's enough, Lieutenant. 2 new fire missions northeast of that target. Redeploy.
Right, so again we're getting this tooltip about sprinting and being able to sprint everywhere, which is true. Look, I'm running up the building. If I only knew. If I only could. Make that deal with God. And get him to swap our places. Be running up that road. Be running up that hill. Be running up that building. As the lyrics say. Oh, perfect! So I've got my fucking thing. I've got my intro music. That'll be fitting. Perfect. Great that I stumbled across that already. And also now I just have to come up with a thumbnail for this. Yeah. But yes. Like I said, we're going to be talking about viruses, we're going to be talking about pandemics, we're going to be talking about identity. And we're nearing the end of this episode, because it's just introduction, just so you know what's going on. Run to the side, yeah, there we go. Better than Spider-Man. In case you really want to give it to them down below, you can slam real hard into the ground. The movement of the game feels great, even though it's hard to aim at specific targets, even though it's hard to do all these things precisely. You still have very precise movement with the jumps, with the dashes, the glides. It fucking bullet drops into the ground. Oh, that was weird animation.
What are you gonna throw at me next, huh? What do you want from me?
Targeting. Use targeting to lock on an enemy. Targeting is especially useful when combined with thrown objects, firearms, or jump attacks. Bring the desired enemy into view, then press tab to lock on. Like this? I guess like this. Now I have to throw it. How do I throw? Hold and move. Alright, switching. There we go. Then we go this. Great, so these are down. Do I have powers yet? No. And again, more running. We're done running yet. Are we? Possibly. Oh, I'm not allowed to consume anyone yet. So the teaser at the front of in the beginning did tutorialize you on a few things, but not on all of them. Police brutality lately, that's a topic that's going on around. This is already dead, so I can't fucking surf his corpse. But yeah, check it up to Black Lives Matter. Viral lives matter as well. You're not better than a virus. And things about virus, we'll get to it eventually, but are weird as well. We've got a lot of fucking what? We've got ways to go, I guess. That's good enough. We think we also have glides and dashes. That'll make it easier. And I don't know where's gonna be the save. But we're gonna stop at the end, at the top of it, I guess. That'll be a good scenic enough place to do it. There we go.
Kill them too.
Destroy the helicopters. So we'll see about this in the next episode. Hopefully you're interested in the game, or in what might come when it comes to this playthrough. See you next time, hopefully, where we play more games for free, for you.
Be running